Welcome to my channel, Discovering Morenike Wellbeing with Mo. My name is Morenike. Thanks for coming back. If you're new here, guess what? I'm new here too. This is only my second video. Before I continue, let me first apologize for taking this long to post my second video. My apologies, guys. It's been crazy on my end. My apologies. Thank you. Okay, in my last video, I talked about my experience with costochondritis. Costochondritis, if you're unfamiliar with that, is the inflammation of the cartilage that connects the rib to the sternum. It started for me in October 2022, yeah, and got worse. You can check out my previous video if you haven't, because today, as promised, I will be talking about the Backpod. That is this green thing right here. Those in the costochondritis community will be very familiar with it. If you're not familiar with the Backpod, do you even have costochondritis? Anyway, so this Backpod was invented by Steve August and his business partner. Steve August is a physiotherapist from New Zealand with a special interest in costochondritis because he himself had it for 7 years. The Backpod was created to help with back pain, neck pain, and costochondritis. For costochondritis, the Backpod is used to free up the hinges of your ribs in the back, and that apparently is what relieves your costochondritis pain in front. So is it a referred pain from the back? Well, let me explain using a simple analogy used by Steve August himself. Let me get you a bucket. So this is a bucket, and you, my fellow costo sufferers, this is our torso. This whole bucket body is our torso, and this bucket handle is our rib. So this part in the back this part connects to the sternum, the front, of course, connects to the sternum, and this part, that's the back, is the rib. Like our rib goes this way from front to back. So this is one rib here connecting to the sternum, and this goes to the back. That's the spine, yeah? Okay. So when we breathe or engage in, certain activities, our ribs move. They're supposed to move. But if the hinge of the rib at the spine, the one in the back, is frozen or jammed up, guess what? This part of the rib will have to work really hard. So the sternum will have to work harder while this is jammed up. And, that is what causes pain. And it can even affect the pectoralis muscles too. In my case, I really feel like a tight muscle cramping up. So Steve explained that there is collagen that is frozen at the hinges in the back that need to be loosened or stretched out, and that it's pretty tough material, it's hard material. And this is where this also hard stuff comes in. You place the flat side on the floor lengthwise, and you rest your upper back on it, making sure it's between your shoulder blades. You stay on it for about 30 to 60 seconds and change positions. You can move 2 inches away from the spine on either side, moving up or down, but keeping it in the upper region. So that's what this Backpod does. So the Backpod is made of some pretty hard material, and it is not easy. It is not comfortable to lay on this stuff. Steve advises in the manual to start off by placing 3 pillows under your head, and when that becomes too easy, remove 1 pillow, and when that becomes even still easy, you just remove 2 pillows until you don't need any pillows. He even advises to pad the Backpod with a folded hand towel if it's too hard for you. As you can see, this is very hard stuff. Of course, no pillows, no towels will give you a stronger stretch. But because who knows how long your back has been frozen, you should really start easy. But did I listen? So I thought, my desire to want to heal will help me deal with the discomfort. I'm going to go straight into it with no pillows and no padding. I'm a tough girl. I get deep tissue massages, and I even foam roll on this bad rugged foam roller here, so I thought I could handle it. So I was like, why not? I can handle a little Backpod. So let me digress a little bit. From January 26th to about February 1st was when my costo symptoms were at their worst. My back was stiff and it was burning like it was on fire. My shoulders were stiff. My chest was tight and burning. My neck and jaw felt like they were being pulled in different directions by invisible strings. So I started using the Backpod on January 31st. I was just ready to heal and I thought I could just go straight into the Backpod without the pillows. But I was wrong. I tried this for about 3 days, twice a day, and my spine felt so tender. I also got some really bad headaches, so I took a day off. When I came back, I went in with the 3 pillows just once a day, but I didn't place any towels on the Backpod itself. It was definitely less uncomfortable using 3 pillows, less painful, but my back and spine still felt really sore. So I took another day off. At this point, I was about to give up already. I was like, is this thing helping me or adding to my problems? But then I thought of the positive reviews and how none of them, including Steve August himself, promised that this thing is so comfortable to lay on. So I went back to the Backpod and patted it with a folded hand towel, and that felt more manageable. I still experienced soreness, but by now the soreness was feeling more like the soreness you get from a good workout. Just like when you work out, you get rest days. I took some planned rest days from the Backpod. By about day 18, I didn't need the pillows and towel padding anymore. My symptoms, such as the flare ups, were now mild. I would still use heat and ice, but the muscle pull and cramp feeling that started it all in October were still there. Those never left for one day. It had been with me. They'd been with me since, 24/7 since October. And I felt it especially when I wash my hands or when I scrub my scalp in the shower. Whenever I was about to scrub my scalp, I would be like, here we go again. And I would feel that tightness and go, why is this still here? There were times I even cried in the shower out of frustration. But anyway, I continued to use the Backpod and follow it up with a foam roller. This is the one I use. And after my light exercise, I will stretch. So let me digress a little bit. So we're all different and our bodies respond differently. For me, I found that not doing any form of exercise made my pain worse. My body still wanted to move and my muscles and upper thoracic region still needed some tweaking. But like I said, I was being gentle with my body. And whenever something didn't feel good, I either modified it or took a break from it or just totally stopped that activity altogether. After all, it's been a whole trial and error process with this journey. Anyway, in another video, I'll show you the stretches that seem to work for me. But let me not make this video too long. So something happened, right? On March 8th, I felt great all of a sudden. The pain was gone. The muscle cramp was gone 2 days after that and still no pain. I was like, yay! I was like, I'm cured. I am healed from this ailment finally. I continued to stretch. And then on Saturday, March 11, I decided, you know what? Let me start easing myself into things that I used to do. Gradually, I amped up my exercise just a little bit, I thought. I went to the gym with my husband and I walked on the treadmill because I usually walk, but I did walk on the treadmill and I walked a little longer than I normally would. And then when I got home, I decided to do a total body strength training. Lifting only a pair of 3-pound weights. I thought, I usually lift like 10 pounds or even maybe 5 pounds for this particular workout. And I felt like 3 pounds would do no harm, right? Like it was still like light and gentle, and it felt so good to be able to exercise again. But later that evening, the cramp came back. I was devastated. It totally messed me up. I actually fell into some deep depression after that. I don't know if the depression was due to the costochondritis or if the costochondritis exacerbated the depression that I tend to have, during this winter seasons. So anyway, I went ahead and decided to slow things down. Today, the day I'm recording this video today, it's April 15 on the day of this recording. And, mentally, I'm feeling better. The weather is getting better. So maybe that has something to do with it. I am doing well so far in maintaining a positive outlook. I'm still stretching. I'm still using the Backpod. But when my back feels too sore, I take a day or two off. My symptoms are manageable, but you know what? Like a few days ago, I experienced a very bad flare up that I haven't had in a while. But overall, though, my symptoms are manageable, but they're still very limiting, and it could be very demoralizing, especially for someone like me who used to be very active. Exercise, especially strength training, is very therapeutic for me. But I'm not going to let this costochondritis hold me back. I do light exercises. I'm glad I can still do that. I am actually not incorporating light weights right now, but hopefully I will soon. I'm not asking you to do what I'm doing, like incorporate light weights or whatever. I'm just sharing my own story. I don't have any medical team or physical therapist supporting me on this journey at the moment. Maybe later I'll look into that, but right now I'm not seeing any physical therapist at the moment. So, I'm just figuring things out on my own. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to beat this thing. I really believe that I'm very positive about it. I mean, there are some days that it's just really hard. I really believe I'm going to beat this thing. Yes, it knocks me down sometimes, but I get back up. If you're dealing with costochondritis too, don't give up. And also, don't stop living your life. Yes, you might have to learn to tailor a new way of life around this condition, but don't stop living. I understand your pain and frustration. For something that is not life-threatening, it really affects the quality of your life and your mental and spiritual well-being. At least that has been my experience, but I'll keep doing my light activities like walking outdoors and doing some follow along low impact cardio on YouTube. Those seem to work well for me. I am also easing myself into an anti-inflammatory diet. So I joined a costochondritis community on Reddit. And I know that in the costo community, especially the one I joined on Reddit, whether or not diet curbs costochondritis symptoms is very controversial. But what I believe is that eating a healthy diet can support the body with its attempt to heal itself. My costochondritis journey has taught me so much. Sometimes the pains we feel in our bodies are messages. My pain has taught me that I need to slow down, stretch more, and eat better. At the time that I developed my costochondritis, I was pushing myself so hard with the workouts, but I wasn't supporting my fitness journey with a nutritious diet. In fact, in October, I ate most of my kids' Halloween candy. Yes, while I was dealing with this, it was a dull ache at the time. When I was dealing with it, I was just chomping on candy like there was no tomorrow. And of course, with the holidays that followed, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all that, I just kept on eating these bad foods that didn't serve me. Right now, I'm just going to take things easy with working out while I figure out my nutrition. I have been eating a mostly whole foods diet and reducing the sweets, dairy, and gluten. And I am feeling the positive impact on my overall health. I feel great. I really like sweets, pastries, and ice cream. So it's not that I can't ever have them. However, I have noticed that whenever I go crazy with them, my pain tends to get worse. I think that's what I feel, and I'm still doing my stretches and using the Backpod. But I noticed that whenever I just eat this bad foods, and when I just go crazy with them, I just don't feel great, and it just feels like my chest burns more, you know. So I'm still trying to decipher if there's a correlation. I'm gonna guess that there is, but I can't go wrong with eating a healthy diet and eliminating or reducing anti-inflammatory foods. Now I'm just eating more mindfully and listening to my body. I'm just glad that I'm taking my life back, and I'm also thankful for all that I have learned and experienced. So in my next video, I'll probably show you how I use the Backpod. So yeah, so that's all I want to talk about for now. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. It will help me reach more viewers. You know, my channel is still very new and this is only my second video. Also, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Okay? So thank you guys so much. I love you all. Until next time, please take care of your beautiful minds, bodies,